So, Chelsea versus Benfica. I know that want to self. I know that want to. So how did they be? How did they be? I don't win finally. I see. I'm these days. I'm like fed up. I don't know what to talk after every Chelsea game like this because if you watch the game was not. Although Chelsea didn't really play bad actually, not actually bad. But I would expect with this Benfica team, they're not too strong. Where will give us problem. I expect this was like 2-3-0. But I don't know. I don't even know the issue now. If it's the midfield or the defense or the goal scoring, or maybe because the absence of Palmer. That's not how Palmer will do because anytime Palmer do, they score. But as Palmer no do like this, you just get issues to score and the game just they one time. See, this Gittins. If for a player like Gittins, I expect them to have scored when he came in. I would expect them to score like 3 goals. He had several chances, 1v1 to take shot. We just work out ball, lose ball. So they're not playing. I think our attack is kind of poor. If you watch Neto too, Neto was playing nonchalantly today. Boys was attack, you cut them back and call they laugh. They use our body to play. So I think the coach needs to enforce some kind of seriousness. Like I feel the boys are not serious again. They are playing nonchalantly these days. That's what I see these days. That's general overview of the match. They were not too serious for my liking, and they were making like at the final third. Their decision making at the final third is very poor. Very poor. If we had very good somebody who give a very good pass at the final third, we have scored more goals. And our 1v1, I think they need to train on the 1v1. The 1v1 is very poor.
Because the other Palmer, that is what's happening at final third.
Maybe I want to assume is Palmer. Then for the 1v1, I think they need training because I still miss Madueke for something when it comes to the 1v1. I trust Madueke for that, but these players I'm seeing here, they're very poor 1v1. And in some conditions, you need player who can take on defenders 1v1. It's very vital. So I think we need to work on that actually. That's one thing we need to work on.
All right, today Garnacho started. So what? How do you feel about his performance today?
His performance wasn't too bad at least for his first start for Chelsea. For his first start, I was okay. Though his decision making was a bit sloppy and not too good, but he had a pretty game. If you watch the goal he scored, it was Naija was the goal. So I like his movement. His movement was okay. Though he lost the ball 1 or 2 times, but his movement was okay. I would expect that the coach plays him on that left hand side than Gittins or anybody. I still prefer him there than that Gittins. So he had a good game. He had a decent game. Not 100% though, but he had a decent game actually.
Chelsea another red card today. What is the problem? 3 matches now, 3 red cards. What is happening?
You know the last time we spoke when you interviewed me, I was telling you about this red card issue. I think there's something with the team when it comes to discipline these days. They are not so disciplined because for somebody like Pedro, he's just coming to the game. You already had a yellow card. It's just too cheap and too early. How are you coming into a game as a second half player and you've gotten a yellow card already? See, I think most of our players we had up to 9 yellow cards today for our players. So easily, any of them will have gotten a red card very easily. So I think the coach needs to work on that discipline part. And some of the yellow cards were very stupid yellow cards. See the one of Neto. Neto went scored a yellow card in the middle of the field. The guy was not going to score from the middle of the field. There was no. Why did you draw the guy? Collected just a free yellow card, a very useless yellow card. Then Pedro came coming in. As I'm not a professional, but I know I should not raise my leg that high for any ball. So I don't. It was a pure red card. There was no argument about the red card, and it has become subsequent now in 3 match back to back now red cards and going to Liverpool now. Okay, no, it's not supposed to affect him actually. I think our next Champions League game against I don't know what our next Champions League game, but whatever it is, so automatically you're not playing with a striker because Delap is out. So you have to start inverting and playing a first 9 again. It's a problem for the team. We have red cards here, red cards here. I think the work is for the coach. He's more of discipline. Some of the red cards were not needed. Some of the yellow cards were not needed actually. They were very cheap yellow cards. So they need to work on that on the training pitch and internally. It was a very cheap. Most of the yellow cards were very cheap and unnecessary for me.
Today, the coach decided to use George again as a first 9. So what do you think about that? I don't know what Maresca is thinking, but she has been using this guy now as a first 9. He called back McGill from loan after Nicola Jackson moved to Bayern Munich. But since this guy came to the club, he has not used the guy. Today he was even on bench today, and he did not even use the guy throughout this game. What do you think the problem is? Why is this Enzo Maresca so addicted to George playing false nine.
I think at this junction, having looked at the team, and I feel I'm beginning to think Maresca is not intelligent like I thought. Yes, I'm serious. He's not intelligent. When he came newly, I thought he was smart, but I think at this junction, I don't see you to be intelligent as a coach when you keep playing a judge. You have watched once, not twice, not thrice. He can't play as a number nine. He can't play as a number nine, even from the wing. The boy is still coming up. See, when Chelsea was Chelsea, such kind of players, we send them on loan. I'm telling you, we send them go loan for like 2-3 years. A judge cannot be playing for Chelsea, for God's sake. He's not right for Chelsea to play with. You see, even these Gittins, I don't. From day one, I didn't fancy the Gittins. I don't like him, so I don't fancy his ball. Then George is not even close to a number nine at all. You don't play. You're talking of Maggie. Yeah, the guy proved himself last season in our conference, and even the few times he played in league. So why not bring this boy in? You brought the boy back. Why did you bring him back if you are still going to use George? I think the man, except if it is not his decision, maybe
the coach.
They impose management. They impose player. Except in the management they impose. If the management they impose, then it's not intelligent.
Even if management is imposing him, at least if they come in second half, we will understand. But when they start match, you need to win.
Even for the second half, I don't see you as a serious coach when you need a win and you need someone to change the game. You're bringing in a judge. A judge cannot. He's not in the caliber to come and change a game. He's still a young boy. Players like George, you should bring them in around 80 minutes just to have appearance and build confidence. The boy lacks confidence for me. He lacks the technical know-how and it's too soft for my liking. You can't play in the Premier League without this kind of player. You can't play in the Premier League. You need players like Neto. Neto is showing, yes, he's showing, but sometimes it's becoming too playful for my liking. If they too use about the joke, then Garnacho. I feel they should give Garnacho more time. Then, if we won't be playing with a striker, please let me warn Maresca. The option is not George. Don't ever play. How would you play George? You can look for, I don't know, if you're not going to play Maggie, then play Neto. Thank you. Neto, he has not played this. Then play a Neto, then let Estavo come down to the other flank. Then we are good to go. You're playing a George who cannot even contest in the air. He's very poor. He's soft. Easily, even me, I go bully. If I play CB, I go bully George. So I think the man is not, for me, I feel he's not. I'm sorry to say he's a professional coach actually, but sometimes I think I don't know how they discuss in their management this thing. Sometimes they're not making wise decisions. For me as a fan, I'm not a professional though, but I know, and I'm not in any situation going to play George as a nine. It is not even wise at all. So I think they need to work on this. Maybe the man. Sometimes I feel the man makes decision out of pressure or out of maybe the job is not easy actually to be a coach. You can ask Amorim. Amorim must be in a very bad mental situation now because it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's a mental coaching job. Is a mental. Is even more taxing than the playing on the field, especially if you're losing. So you begin to want to think of so many things, and in the course of trying so many things, you begin to make mistakes. Even the likes of Guardiola, as good as Guardiola, there were matches Guardiola tried to be too wise and too innovative. Check the last Champions League 2021 against Chelsea. He didn't play any striker. No, he was even playing well. Then he began to remove some of his players. Because he was becoming too wise, and too much of wisdom for a coach is not good. And he began to make small mistakes in the course of substitutions and all of this. So I think he needs to really calm down and check the players. George is not a number 9. Don't try it again. That's what I'll just tell him.
All right, on a final thought now. Right. One thing I'm observing in today's game is that the attackers. Yeah. I don't know. Today I felt they were a bit stingy. Each and every one of them, they want to be like, I want to score. You see a clear game that, okay, give this pass. They want to score. I noticed that today. I noticed in Beneto, even Estavo herself, I noticed that also in him. What do you think is causing that?
I think it's a very good trait for your attackers to be stingy sometimes.
Not when you need a game, you need a win. This 1-0 game was not okay.
Given the likes of Garnacho today, Garnacho caught a ball he was supposed to have passed. That ball would have easily led to a goal. But immediately did that thing. The Man U fans where I was sitting, they were like as usual, saying this they do. And I watched his game in the Man U when he was still a Man U player. That was typical Garnacho for you. Like sometimes you need your attackers to be stingy, but the problem is you need to know the right time to be stingy. Because like you said today, I saw many situations where just a square ball, somebody else will have scored. But like I said, most of these boys, you won't blame them. Most of these boys, they are still young boys.
they're not matured yet for this game. Some of them want to still make name for themselves. They want to make name. They want to take the glory that I scored the winning goal. I did this. There's a point in football where you get to where you become mature as a player. Yeah, it's even Champions League again. There's a stage you become mature as a player. Some things just come naturally. You just do something naturally. You pass the one you're supposed to pass, and I think they're still young boys. Most of them are still very young boys, and they're still getting to mature into the game. That's why they're making some of these poor decisions. That's why I said when Chelsea was Chelsea, most of these boys will be on loan. I'm telling you, most of these boys, maybe except 1 or 2, 3 people that will be playing. Most of these boys will be on loan. They are not matured yet to play for a big team like Chelsea. Chelsea is a big team. So for you to play for a big teams have culture and tradition the way they play. So most of these boys they're not ripe enough, they're not mature enough for this culture and this style of game. So I think over time they work on them. I believe the coach is going to work on them. I believe he's seeing these things and he's watching. But sometimes I wonder what they do in their training sections, because I've watched Chelsea this season from the beginning of the season, and I've observed some trend among them. As a coach, I think these are what you're supposed to address in your training and your dressing room, your talk time. But I see the thing repeating itself. It seems they're not discussing it. I don't know what they're discussing, so I don't know. Maybe they need to just, the coach still goes back to the coach and his management and his crew. They need to just work on those things. They're very easy. And we amateurs that play, we have this sense, we have this common sense. I'm telling you, some of us are smarter than some of these guys. It's just opportunity. I'm telling you, some of us we are wise too. We are smart enough to make. You watch some of these local leagues. I don't expect professionals playing at this level not to know. It shouldn't be something we should even be talking and be addressing again. Issue of square playing ball for professionals. When to square play, when to pass, when to shoot. I think they are beyond that. So I'm disappointed we are still having to discuss that with them.
All right, on the final thoughts, your game this weekend against Liverpool. How do you look forward to that game?
The game against Liverpool.
With the fact that Liverpool lost that game today again.
Yes. I am not too bothered, and I am bothered because the Liverpool side I'm playing is also not playing well. Yes, he's struggling too. But I think Chelsea is making, and we make more mistakes than Liverpool. So that is what is going to cost us, kind of, because as you see, as bad as Liverpool is playing, they still have this firepower in the attack, and if you slack, if you go give them a chance, if you slack, they will score you away. So if the teams are beating Liverpool, if Chelsea can play like those teams, if Chelsea can be serious like those teams, check the teams that have beaten Liverpool this season. If you watch that game, they are playing very intensively, everywhere is jam-packed. But Chelsea is playing so loosely. Our defense is, see even this Benfica, if they had a good goal scorer, I'm telling you, they should have scored like 2 goals today. They were able to manufacture some 1 or 2 good passes, and you just see some passes just come out of our defense as if nobody's there. Caicedo cannot do all this job. I keep saying it. The guy overworks himself. He was here, he was there. If you're going to play Liverpool, because Liverpool too, they have the midfield, they have the attack, and kind of they have the defense. So if Chelsea is going to be playing Liverpool on Saturday, this match, if you check the last time you interviewed me, I told you this match, I expected a draw actually. I didn't expect Chelsea to win, and the win was not even, it was an own goal though, but they tried actually. So for the Liverpool game, I don't know. I can't see anything yet because of Liverpool's form too. I can't say Chelsea will get a win or a draw or a lose. I'm just indifferent currently. I'll be sitting on the fence currently on this issue. I don't know, but I just expect it's a big game, so I expect them to take all seriousness there. Chelsea most times against Liverpool, we have a very good record with Liverpool. Most of our matches are 1-0, draw, because big games are big games and players need to step up. But the absence of some of our players, like, I don't know, Palmer, Cole, and so might prove to be a difference actually. But it's going to be a good game actually. Anything, just watch out. Anything's going to happen. We won't do too bad actually.
We'll do a weekend and see how the game will go.
No problem. Till then. All right. Thank you very much.